Well, welcome everybody. In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can use Google Forms to gather student-created multiple choice questions that we can then use in a Socrative space race review game. So first off, we're going to talk about creating that Google form to get your students multiple choice questions. So the first thing you need to do is in Google Drive, click Create and choose Form. And here we want to title our form so that we can find it easily. And I would just suggest Socrative quiz form. And you can play around with any of the colors here. I'm just going to leave mine simple. Alright, now because we're mailing this out to students, we want to uncheck the box to require Orange Lutheran High School login to view this form. So this is going to make it available to our students' accounts. So because we do that, we can't automatically collect the respondent's username. And we don't need to worry so much about showing progress at the bottom of the form pages. So in the form description, we're going to put some directions about what's going to be happening here. And we can give some instructions to students for creating a multiple choice question. We can also give the topic of the question or any other directions we want. So I just wrote something like, you're going to create quiz questions with multiple choice responses for use in an online space race review. Just create your own question, determine the correct answer, and determine several distractors where students might make mistakes. So again, you can edit this, tailor it to the multiple choice type questions you want and the topic you want as well. So next, we want to make a text question in order to get the student's name. So right here under question type, we want to change this to be text. And I'm just going to title it name. And I'm going to say please enter your first and last name. And again, you can give any directions you'd like there. I'm going to make this required. Now if you're not concerned about gathering names, you don't have to do this part. Then I'm going to click done. Next I'm going to add another item. And I'm going to make it a paragraph text. And this question is going to be to gather the student's multiple choice question. So I'm just going to title this question and a little help text. Please enter your question here. I'm going to make this required and done. Now we're going to make a text question or paragraph if you have longer answers for each answer choice A through D. So we want to add a text. And so we're going to label this one for answer choice A. And you can put some help text here. If you'd like. And again, we're going to make this required. And hit done. Now we can continue to add more items. Answer choice B. Please enter your answer for letter B. It's okay to keep this text and we'll make it required. We can go ahead and do that for all of our choices A through E. Now if you don't want to have to keep repeating this, you can just hit duplicate and it duplicates your question. And so we can just change the letter here. Now you don't have to use all these letters. You can use fewer, you can use more. We'll just go A through E for this example. Alright, now the last thing we need to get from the students is which of their answers is the correct answer. So we're going to make a multiple choice item now. And we're going to ask students to select the correct answer to their question. So I'm just going to title this correct answer. And a little help text. Please choose the correct answer to your question. So then for option 1, I'm going to make this A, move to the next option. We'll call that B. We'll make this option C, option D, and option E. And I'm going to make this required because I want them to have to give their answer. All right, then I'll hit done here. Now at the bottom, you can edit your confirmation response if you'd like. We can just leave that blank. You can choose to have them be able to submit another response, and if you don't want that, you can just uncheck it. Okay. We probably don't want to publish and show a link to the results so that the other students can't see all the questions. And you can choose whether you want them to be able to edit their responses after they submit this. All right, from here, your form is ready to go. If you want to see what it looks like, you can hit View Live Form. And just check and make sure it's exactly what you want it to be. Next, we want to be able to send the form out to students. So you can just hit Send Form here. And what it does is it gives you a link to share. Now, if you have all of your students as contacts, you can just type in their emails right here, or you can copy this link using Command C and then emailing your students this link. So we can hop on over to MyOlu. If you do want to do this as a link, you'll have to hit Link. And you can give your students some email directions here. Okay, just kind of telling them what to do. Now that the message has been sent, you'll just need to direct students to their email, click on the link, and fill out the form with their multiple choice question. Now your students are going to start to submit all the responses, and you're going to want to be able to view these. So from your form, you just click View Responses. And it should take you to a spreadsheet with the same name as your form, and it'll show you all of everyone's responses. So here's what the spreadsheet looks like after all my students have submitted. I do get a timestamp, and then here's the question for their name. Here is their question, and you can see the column for answer choice A, B, C, D, E, as well as the correct answer marked here. From here, you can actually review the questions as well as the responses in the spreadsheet. If you've given this as homework, you can select the best questions, and you can also proof to make sure the questions and answer choice are correct. So I can do this problem, see that they actually chose the correct answer. You can also screen for anything else that they typed in here, like Google it. If you're okay with that, you can leave it, or you can edit it as you see fit. Alright, so that is how to create your form, send it out, and view all the responses from your students.